Alright, welcome back, guys. This is Sorcerer's Bunny, and welcome to part 2 of the Astarion, the Ultimate Multi-Class Jack of All Trades series. So, I'm gonna do a little bit of review of what happened in part 1. Basically, we were on the Nautiloid, we rescued our lovely intellect devour friend Us, we rescued Shadowheart, and we managed to get the Everburn blade from the commander's Cambion. And at the end, Astarion finally got to feel sunlight on his skin for the first time after a long while. And that's where we left off. And now we ended up on this beach. So I do have a couple of goals on my list that I'm trying to achieve in this episode. We are going to try to get all of our companions, or at least our 3 companions that we will be teaming up, and we are gonna have fun leveling everybody up. I am going to try to still level everybody up in the same class as they are for everybody other than Astarion, but for Astarion, we're gonna have fun choosing our next new class for the Jack of All Trades achievement. So we are just gonna walk around for now. Anything here? I did see a Murgrass popping up here. Oh, okay. Actually, oh, there's Shadowheart. I guess we can get her first. Ooh. There's the artifact that she was hiding. I'm gonna try to respect her privacy as much as possible, because that's how you please Shadowheart, which is why I'm just gonna wake her.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible? I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing. First things first. We need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
I've always find it funny that both Shadowheart and other companions, first thing they say to you is just, oh my god, we have this bug in our heads, we need to find a healer. Well, the first person we run into is literally Shadowheart, who's a cleric, who's supposed to be good at healing.
We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company.
Alright, let's get moving.
One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
Okay, so we do not have the Everburn blade with us. We definitely will need to go get Lae'zel ASAP, because she's the one with the blade. But yeah, we have Shadowheart on the team now. And we are going to... Ooh, that's a loot. That's actually nice, because I was thinking for the second level for Astarion we could actually go into Bard, because I am planning to make him into a more ranged slash support character in combat. Whoops, I didn't mean to shoot the backpack. I wanted to pick it up. I actually did not know that you could use backpacks and pouches for inventory management in my first playthrough until much later in the game, and all of the stuff in my backpack were just piling up. And it got really annoying until I found out that you can just nicely pack everything away. For example, right now I'm just gonna designate this pouch to be our magical scroll pouch, and that's where all of our magical thingies to be sorted in. And I'm gonna use this backpack for... we can put all of our potions in this backpack. And this is a throwable. This is another throwable. Okay, that seems good enough. We do have an extra ranged weapon for Shadowheart, but she's not really gonna need it anyways. She's melee. If she gets the chance to attack from range, she's just gonna shoot firebolts. Okay, we are just gonna send all of the supplies to camp so we don't have to carry them. And might as well send these supply bags to camp as well. Alright. And sort. Alrighty.
It's mine now.
No! Hopefully that's not our friend. I really like the design of having an intellect devourer being your ally from the very beginning and making a comeback later on in the game. 'Cause it's just so adorable. We have a book. I'm actually gonna try to pick up books as much as possible, because before I've always picked them up, read them, and then left them where they are, because I just felt like they're not usually worth that much money, and they weigh quite a bit in your backpack. But this time I'm gonna try to pick them up just to be able to gift them to merchants, because that's something I haven't tried before, is to just give your items and gold for free to merchants, and or give them something that you think they might like to increase your approval rating with them, so that they would give you discounts when you're buying things from them. So that's something I would like to try out this time. And again, I love how much detail this game has. Like, very beginning, some random dead body, you just find this letter and you can see other people's whole life story rolling out in front of you. It's just amazing. Okay. And we are gonna check out this area.
I'll just help myself.
I guess for everybody watching, just so you know that I did play through the entirety of Baldur's Gate before, meaning that I kind of do know where to look for the right things and do the right things, but I will still try to obviously let all the dialogues play and explore all the important area, and to just make sure that to anyone who's never played the game before, doesn't get too much spoilers and still be able to enjoy the whole story. Okay, that's we just found our first fast travel point. We are gonna go to this area. Okay, we see more of those intellect devourers ahead. Let's see. Oh, straight up combat. Alright. They are quite far away. I think this is another one of those situations where it is better to stay where we are and to wait for them to come to us instead of wasting our movement moving forward while not being able to attack them. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna stand here. Yeah, so you can see that they don't have enough movement to reach us for an attack. That's why they're all just simply dashing towards us, which is nice because we will be able to just hit them. Let's just... good old firebolt. And we can move forward a little bit. Okay, let's take a bite. So for those of you, oh, I guess she knows we're a vampire now. Interesting. We did not get this happy buff. Not sure if it's because we drank blood from Intellect Devour instead of a human. So basically, this vampire bite action is supposedly allow you to heal some HP while giving you this buff called Happy, which gives you a +1 to all your attack, savings, and ability checks throughout the rest of the day. But I'm not exactly sure why we're not getting that right now. But that's okay. Alright, level 2. Shadowheart can just handle this little guy. That's why we're just gonna move forward a little bit, or maybe just sideways a little bit to deal with the other little guy. Ooh, that's a heavy hit. It's always so scary when you're early on in the game, you have as little as 10 HP. It just feels like anything that hits super hard, and anything that crits, you just straight up die. That's always scary. Okay, is there anything we can do to this guy? We can try to shove him. Okay, go for the kill. Actually, that's not really great for damage. Astarion's base damage for his daggers are actually quite good, so we are just gonna go with that. Is he gonna kill us? Yep. It's all good. We are just going to first deal with this little guy. Wow, that's really unfortunate. Well, I guess we're just gonna Healing Word Astarion. This is one of the best spell in Baldur's Gate and D&D. It allows you to revive one of your companion from downed status to being able to do something by just using one bonus action. So yeah. And we do not have our actions, but we can drink a health potion. Okay. Phew, that was a lot tougher than I thought.
Vampire, Astarion. I suppose I shouldn't really act surprised. The signs aren't exactly subtle, if you care to look. Perhaps I should have said something before you actually bit someone.
Wow. So mean.
Peckish! Why didn't you tell me?
Why would we tell you? You didn't tell us about what you had holding in your hand. Okay. Also, this is another thing I didn't know before at the beginning when I was just playing in my first playthrough. You could actually hover over these options to know your bonuses for rolling. Before, I was just literally reading these words and choosing whichever options I felt like it and just hope that I have a high status in that attribute. So we're gonna try to persuade her. Oh yeah. Crit success, yes, yes. We know all too well what it's like to have wooden stakes appearing around us.
I suppose I can understand that. More than most, perhaps. But no more secrets. Understand? Perhaps I'm a better liar than you are then. All the more reason to be honest with me. I'll see right through you. Now that we have some semblance of an understanding, did you want anything else?
Okay, sure, yeah. We'll ask her more about the
There's no
artifact.
story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it.
Okay. I'll leave her to cool off a little bit. She's probably still doesn't like us because we were quote unquote hiding from her that we are actually a vampire.
A quick rummage.
We're actually gonna pick up this Nautiloid tank if we're able to carry it. How heavy it is. Oh, it weighs quite a bit, but it's fine. Shadowheart can carry it. So this tank, it's actually a throwable kind of weapon item in the game, and it just creates an oily surface that you can ignite to do some damage. We can save this and maybe use it for something later. We are going to quickly loot this area and level up. Is this everything? Ooh, there's another mind flayer on top here. Okay. Totally normal. Mind Flayer just carrying skulls in their pockets. Alright, we're just gonna get out of here and find a nice little spot for leveling up. Okay, here's a nice spot. Alright, we're gonna do the simple one first. We're just going to level up Shadowheart into a level up Cleric. We're probably gonna be having Shadowheart on our team throughout this gameplay because we do need a healer slash tank, so Cleric is always perfect for that. Do we want to change spells? We definitely want Healing Word. We probably want Command. We don't really need Cure Wounds because we can always just drink Health Potion, and if we're really desperate we can always just use Healing Word to bring people up. The rest of these, sure, let's swap in Create Water. Who knows, maybe we'll be set on fire during a combat, so we'll just use that. And easy peasy. We don't even need to worry which spell to choose because clerics always have access to all of the spells, and Baldur's Gate has been very nice to us because it allows us to change spells midday, because in D&D you would have to long rest and then prepare new spells. But yeah. Okay, important part. We do not want to level up into Rogue. We want something else. So I was thinking, because we are going to be having Lae'zel, so we will have some really fighty melee people on our team already. It would be nice if we can provide some sort of support. And our at the beginning we did make it so that our stats are more stacked towards dexterity and charisma. That's why we are going to go for Bard for our second level. So that'll give us Vicious Mockery and another cantrip. Well, you can choose two, but you know, Vicious Mockery, why not? You get to actually hear Newbon, the voice actor of Astarion, casting this spell while saying all of those curses. So it's extra fun. And for our other cantrip, we are going to choose so Minor Illusion is a nice spell if you want to create a distraction or ask people to, or try to attract NPCs or crowds towards a certain area. But we can always do that or we can always try to sneak around or try to just straight up start combat if we need to. Light is useful when you're in a dark environment, but we can always use torches. The rest of these spells are also not that useful, so we're gonna choose friends because we're the main character. We are gonna be talking to everybody, and we're gonna for sure be in a lot of situations where persuasion or intimidation is needed, so we're gonna choose friends that can help us gain advantage on charisma related checks. And for the spells, we already have Shadowheart that provides Healing Word, but if the rest of the team are also going to be a little more damage, attack focus, I think it wouldn't hurt for us to also have that spell, just in case that Shadowheart is down. And we are going to choose Longstrider. This is a ritual spell that increases a creature's movement speed by 3 meters until the end of long rest, just for free. It is a ritual spell. You don't have to have a spell slot to cast it. So this is always nice to have some mobility. And early on, if you don't have a scroll that gets you this spell for a wizard, it's always nice for that at least one of our characters can cast it. And I guess I am gonna go with Disguise Self, because you're gonna have a lot of fun changing yourself into many different other races to get you special dialogue options or kind of like a scenario benefits. So that's what I'm gonna have. And maybe later on, if we do have the Enlarge and Shrink spell, then we can also have some fun with by just changing ourselves into an extra large or extra small entity, and to be able to go around in small spaces or just be so big that we can step on our enemies. So we can go with Disguise Self. And for the last spell, We are gonna go with... Okay. So I am actually gonna go with... So remember, we're going one level into everything, so that means this is the only bard level we are ever gonna get. That's why I'm being extra careful here. Because we will not be able to choose it again from Withers without losing our challenge of going one level into every class. For this last spell, we don't really need any more damage on the team, so actually, okay. You know what? I'm just gonna go with Featherfall, because if I'm gonna be a utility character, might as well go full in. And there are a lot of scenarios where you have to go straight down somewhere, and we might not run into some potions or scrolls for feather falling, so we're just gonna take that. Ooh, okay, starting instruments. We have the hand drum, the flute, the lute, the lyre. Ooh, I like that sound. Or the violin. Okay, let's go with this one. I like the sound of it. Okay, abilities. Previously, we have, I believe, proficiency in sleight of hand and stealth from our rogue class. So we get another one. Intimidation is not bad. It's not bad at all. If we're gonna be a main character that's talking to most NPCs when we first run into them. We have Shadowheart for religion check, so that will be okay. Yeah, intimidation works. Might as well. We are going one level into Bard, so charisma related skills are always nice. Alrighty, this is it. This is our second level. Very good. Okay. And we are just gonna continue checking, going down this way. Okay, this chest is locked. Do I have lock-picking tools? I do. But I could also... most simple method of all, without expending my precious tools, is by just smashing it.
Don't touch me. What's this? Watch your back.
And I guess another goal of this episode is to actually try to get a shovel. Because there's the board that so if you are not playing as Astarion, and when your main character comes to this area, this is where Astarion would be waiting for you, and he would be having a meal. And that is our meal. Look at this little guy. Would we be able to approach him? Probably not, honestly, but I'm gonna try anyways. Okay, are you running away? No? Okay. Let's get this balsam. Let me try to speak to this little guy. Animal handling. I feel like if we pet him, he's just gonna run away. Okay, let's observe. Oh, I guess there he goes. I was going to fight this little guy for the happy buff, but I guess good for it to run away. Alright, we're just gonna keep going down this path. And I do want to find Gale. I don't quite remember which direction it is, but I do want to find Gale. So what I'm thinking is, yeah, our initial team composition until we get more people is just gonna be classic old Astarion, Shadowheart. We're gonna have Gale for all the magic-y thingies, and we're gonna have Lae'zel for tanking and dealing damage.
A mind flayer. And it's hurt.
That thing's bound to be dangerous, even if injured. Best be careful.
Okay.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion. Yes, you feel hate, and you deserve to be punished for it. You should be whipped, made to bow before this creature in shame. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it, but then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere.
Okay, do we want to try to look into the mind of this thing? Sure, why not? Let's just do a flat roll. No bonuses. Okay, we got it. What are you thinking?
Your minds fuse, lusting for something that is gone. But then its grip claws back with a vengeance, a vice locking your mind into a beast.
Oh no, oh no.
It needs sustenance to survive, and with your very body, you can provide.
Okay, we are not going to kiss this guy. We are gonna try to resist. Okay, 5, not too bad. I totally forgot you have that, Shadowheart. Thank you for the guidance. Oh god, please! Yes!
The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
We are gonna do everybody a favor, and yep. Okay. Ooh, it gave us some experience as well.
Death is too good for it.
Okay. Do we have anything in our bag that can be useful? Okay. This helmet gives us a +1 dexterity saving throw. I'm gonna hide it because it does not look good. We need to see Astarion's hair. Alright. And what does this guy have on him? Some potions. Do we have anything else useful around this area? I'm pretty sure. Oh, their scale. All right.
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
I feel like more than often you run into some dead bodies or crates, you find some health potions, but every time you're fighting, I feel like a lot of people just feel like, it's okay. We can just let our teammates be down for a little bit and then get them up after the battle, and we don't end up using our healing spells and healing potions as often as possible, and then in the end of the game you just end up with hundreds of them. So this time I'm gonna try to use them whenever I can. Whenever I am down some health, I'm just gonna chug a health potion.
Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
It looks slightly dangerous. Let's touch it. Is that what everybody does?
A hand? Anyone?
Of course, there's only one right option here, guys. There's only one right option.
Perhaps? should have clarified? Hmm? A helping hand? Anyone?
Okay. We can already see the effects of our challenge happening. We have two special conversation options as a bard and as a rogue. And it's gonna be increasingly ridiculous as we go more and more levels into all of the different classes. So let's see. We have quite a bit of bonus from sleight of hand, so that's what we are gonna try to do. And of course, guidance. Wow, didn't even need that. All right, it was meant to be. Gale needs to be on the team.
Whatever you're doing is working wonders. Now a quick little pull should do the trick. Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. Usually better at this. A bit shocked, but friend, it's a relief and a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the North Lloyd as well. Then I can only assume you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region. The
Go
insertee
on.
we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of
Oh, he's gonna
brutal
say the thing as well.
infestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceramorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric, by any chance, do you?
I don't, but the person right beside me is.
Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
Shadowheart, come
you seem
on.
to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics.
Oh, I guess there, that explains it.
No doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them.
No, I'm not. Ooh, I have a bard option.
As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together? Most excellent. Parasite shared is a parasite halved, or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
Alright, new companion, and we are going to level him up too. Okay, wizard. So wizards have a lot of subclasses, but in this game I feel like there's not too much difference between all of them. So the main thing you get from it is just it's more like a stylistic thing, because basically no matter whichever subclass you end up choosing, you get discounts when you're learning the spells of that class in the future game, and it does give you a little bit of other subclass features. So for example, evocations are spells that does like big damage. Necromancy is about reviving the dead and ask them to fight for you. Conjuration is for like creating elements and kind of like shaping nature around you. We are gonna go with we're gonna go with evocation, because our main character Astarion is gonna be mainly for range, damage, and support. We have Shadowheart to heal and tank. So we're gonna have Gale to also, you know, deal out some damage. So evocation spells are usually very big damage dealing spells, so we're just gonna go with evocation. And from that we get Yep, we get discounts from learning evocation spells. We Oh yeah, our companions will not have to worry about friendly fire while we are casting these spells, which is always nice. And it's actually okay. If we make mistakes here, it's totally fine. We can just ask our good old friend Withers to respect our companions. The only thing that matters is that we do Astarion's leveling up correctly. So for this one, we are going to learn new spells. So unlike Cleric, Withers don't have access to the entirety of the spell list. When you learn them, that's it. You don't get another option of re-choosing from these sets later. You would have to learn them from a scroll or to swap them out when you're leveling up. So the choices are, you got to be a little bit smart about this. But we are going to get Magic Missile because I absolutely love them. It is a spell that guarantees a hit in combat, so if you have an enemy that's almost dead and you really need to kill it, don't even have to worry, just Magic Missile and it'll be gone. And we have all of these nice utility spells already on Astarion, so let's try to go with another spell. Let's go with we do already have a bit of damage on everybody for ranged spells. So I'm actually gonna try to get Chromatic Orb because it is just in general versatile. It allows you to choose what type of damage you want to deal. So depending on what kinds of enemies you're fighting or the situations you're in, it's just you can create different types of elemental damage to aid you in that scenario. Okay, and let's prepare our current spells. Mage Armor, we absolutely need that. Witch Bolt, we don't really need it. Sleep is a good spell. It literally helps you remove some enemies out from the game, but one thing I've learned from Baldur's Gate 3 of why this isn't that great of a spell in the combat is that enemies will actually actively try to smack their sleeping companions in the combat to try to wake them up. So if you're fighting a bunch of people with low HP, of course you can put them to sleep so they can not attack you that round, but their companions are just immediately going to walk up to them and smack them. So I don't personally think it's a great option, so we are going to swap in Magic Missile. And Grease is great. You can use it to create a terrain that's so greasy that people would fall prone. So we're just going to keep that. And we're going to keep Thunderwave for now as well. In general, we actually don't want people to be close up so much that we would end up having to cast Thunderwave to push them away. But just in case something happens to our lovely wizard, I'm going to keep this spell. So we have an option of pushing people away. Alright, back to the adventure. Shall we try to go get Lae'zel? I believe she's on the left from here. I'm just gonna walk around this area, explore a little bit. Look at that view. Look at this crashed ship, absolutely stunning. Alright.
Keep a blade close.
And that is the crypt. We're not gonna go there for now. We're gonna get all of our companions first. Okay, so a little bit forward. Is she around here? No. Okay. Okay, there they are. So we have a tiefling here that have captured Lae'zel. Okay, so what I'm gonna try to do here is that I'm gonna try to disguise self into a tiefling. So hopefully they will find me Hopefully they'll find me friendly. Let's turn into a masculine, feminine, a woman tiefling and go talk to them.
You think it's dangerous?
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad, twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull
Ooh, we look
curls in
good.
response to the prisoner's white hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Wow, that hairstyle actually fits very well with Astarion's outfit. I don't want to kill these tieflings. They're just nice people. So I'm gonna try to get them away. Okay. Very nice. Our new cantrip already coming in handy. So Friends is a cantrip that helps you gain advantage on charisma checks against a non-hostile creature. So anything charisma related. Very nice.
She's right. Let's go. We need to check out that blast. You didn't hear it? Shook our camp good, so we came for a look.
Okay. Ooh.
Northwest. Look for Nettie. Whatever your wound, she can mend it.
And be careful. There are goblin traps everywhere.
Nymessa, come.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
There's also only one right option here.
Never.
Okay, we're gonna help her anyways. But yeah, this guy's self, I don't know if it actually randomly generates a look for you in that race, or if it's like the same look for every race, whoever casts it. But like this automatically generated tiefling look actually suits us so well. It's like we got this nice little purple shade in the hair that blends in with our like little purple dark-ish outfit. It looks good. Okay, we're gonna get her out of there and retrieve our valuable asset, the blade.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
You may as well suggest a wyvern bow to worms. The cure I offer will suffice as thanks. You have made an ally from Kresh Kalir.
Oh no, Shadowheart disapproves.
Call me Lae'zel.
I'll trust your judgment, but I won't trust her. Not until I've gotten the measure of her.
You've a sharp tongue, elf. Would that your mind proved its equal.
Half elf. I suppose the finer details are lost on a creature like you.
Come. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. We will ask this Zoru where he has seen my kin.
Okay, we have our full party here. We're gonna level up Lae'zel, and now we will be able to actually explore a bit more of the surroundings and maybe going into combat. Look at this, so easy. Nothing at all, just hit accept. Alright. Yes, we have the blade. So a little review. This is the blade that we got from the commander of the Cambions on the Nautiloid ship, the Everburn blade. This is one of the best equipment you can have early game because it deals quite a bit of base damage and comes with a 1d4 of fire damage. So this is very nice. And now we will be able to do some more adventuring. Now I do believe we will be able to find a shovel around here. But before that, let me just save the game. So yeah, one nice little trick I found out later on is that instead of creating new saves every time you want to save the game, you can actually just create one save, call it now or call it something you want, and you could just keep rewriting that same save whenever you feel like you can say you want to save a point in the story. This is nice because it helps you save some space on your computer, but if you're not worried about storage, then it doesn't really matter. But when you're doing this, you also kind of need to make sure that for some important points in story that you might want to come back to later on, then you need to create a different save so it doesn't get override. Okay, that's a spike trap. Spooky. Is there a shovel here? Oh, there's the shovel. Okay. Okay, I don't need this disguise anymore. Alrighty. Some gold. Very nice. And ooh. This is an area that we will run into some enemies, but I'm not entirely sure if I want to walk in there right now. We might want to. Actually, why not? Why not? I think we'll be able to handle it. There's another area that has a crypt that I want to explore later, but we might as well try to get into the camp that the tiefling we're talking about, which is the Emerald Grove, and maybe trade with some people, and then we will be able to be better prepared for the crypt. So we are gonna try to sneak up onto this scenario. Is there any? Oh, almost forgot. Let's backtrack a little bit. Everybody, come back. Our spell, as that we gained from leveling up into Bard, Lone Strider. Almost forgot about that. It's not a big area to fight, but extra movement is always nice. And one more time. Okay. Now we are ready. Just checking to make sure that we don't have other buffing spells that we'd like to use. Okay, here's another one I forgot. Mage Armor on Gale. So Mage Armor is probably one of the most important spell for wizards early on in the game. It allows you to have some extra armor class so you don't get hit as often. Consider how low HP wizards have compared to other class. Okay, I think we're ready now. Do I want to hide so we have advantage to attack enemies? Oh, I guess we have to trigger the scene anyways. Let's go to the high ground. There it is. And up again.
Open the bloody gate! Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders! That pack of goblins will be on us any second! What's going on? Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now! You let goblins here? Where is the druid?
He sounds so furious.
Please! There's no time! By the nine hells! Open the gate!
No.
Shit! Form a line! Damnable roach! Provoke the blade and suffer its sting.
Yay, okay. Okay. Warlock is actually another class that I'm thinking we could try to prioritize on getting later. So I don't actually have a written down list of in which order I'm gonna level up for this series. I'm mostly gonna just be playing it and see what we are missing in and out of combat, and then based on that figure out what to level up next. For example, right now I'm gonna try to figure out if I'm gonna be able to effectively support the concentration broken. But yeah, I'm gonna be able to see if I'm gonna be able to effectively support my group in this combat. But first of all, I want to clear out these little guys up here a little bit. Oh, that didn't manage to finish them off. That is okay. Do we want to inspire anybody? Nope, we are... I think we're okay. I'm gonna move towards this side a little bit. And I'm gonna ask Lazao to come help me. Jump up there. I mentioned this in my previous episode. Oh no, we missed! So I mentioned this in my previous episode that jumping is an effective, is a very nice way of helping you to get some extra movement in game, because no matter how far you can jump, it only costs 3 meters of movement. We are going to action search here and get another action because I want to finish this little guy. Boom. Very good. Okay, now let's get up to help Astarion later.
My sickle and sword, strike them down!
Okay. They're not exactly nicely grouped up. We probably will not be able to do like a AoE around them because all of our enemies and neutral characters are mixed up in a group. So I guess what we can do is just to stay on this rock and shoot from far away and hope that our will here doesn't die. Okay, is there anything else that Shadowheart can do? Invoke Duplicity. We can actually try to do this. Does it work on you allies? I believe green characters means allies, so... oh no, we ran out of space. Okay, can we try to jump to get some space? This costs an action, so we can use jump to move some bit more and see if we will be able to cast. Wonderful. So now we can try to cast Invoke Duplicity here so that our companions, allies can have advantage on attacking. We're gonna try to just pop it down right here. Very good. Okay. And for Gale, we do not want you to be amongst enemies, so we're just gonna ask you to stay far away. And let's just cast that. Actually, should we cast Ray of Frost? It doesn't really help to reduce their movement speed right now because they're all already with the targets they're trying to attack. So we're just gonna fireball. And we will just wait here, and hopefully this will be tall enough to give us some a high ground advantage. everybody's doing pretty okay. This is a kind of important NPC that we want to keep alive, but we'll be okay. Alrighty, we are gonna ask Lae'zel to finish this guy off. Oh, actually, this guy's at 1 HP. You know what? Just for the funsies, we are gonna vicious mockery and just mock this little guy to death, hopefully. Oh god, it's always fun. Alrighty, now we can just stay up here and do all the things we want, from afar. We're gonna try to move Lae'zel to attack. She's probably not gonna be able to run all the way there. Yeah, no. So instead we're gonna try to shoot them from here. That's not very... Okay, we're a little bit too far away. You know what? Let's just go down there and then we can shoot from wherever we end up. We do... it's only 3 HP for jumping down. We'll be fine. I have no idea where we got that temp HP, but we got it, so we're just gonna go down. And we are going to go forward and take a shoot at these guys. 45%, 55%, 60%. Okay, let's shoot this guy. Wow. Everybody else is doing so much more damage than me. Okay, I actually do want to walk up to them and take a hit at them because I have my invoke duplicity here to give me advantage on attack, so might as well use that. We are going to try to daze them.
Time to deal some punishment.
Oh my god. Even with invoke duplicity, that was a miss? Maybe I wasn't close enough. Okay, is there anything else we can do? We can try to shove them. Okay. And now we can move up a little bit more. And for Gale, do we want to cast grease? No, we do not want to. Everybody will be covered in grease if we do that. So instead, we are just going to cast Firebolt. Oh, missed again. It's okay. These allies are gonna help me kill them before I can manage to do some big damage. Okay. We are gonna vicious mockery on... Sure, on the goblin boss. So vicious mockery will be able to impose disadvantage on the target's next attack roll. So it's nice as a support to make sure that they don't do too much damage to your teammates. And is there anything else we want to do? Nah, we'll just stay here. Okay, now Lae'zel will be able to go right up and take a big hit. Oh god. Well, getting very unlucky here. It's okay. We have another strike. Nice. And Shadowheart, you are gonna get hit again, hopefully. Yes! Alrighty. Okay, well, same old thing again. Hopefully this finishes the boss. No? Okay. Wow, your aim is really bad, Gale. You've been missing this entire combat. What is going on? Okay. Back to our allies. Well, everybody's missing. Okay, it's not just Gale. Okay, we are going to Vicious Mockery. Well, there's only one guy left. Oh, they didn't die from the insult. Okay, we're just gonna go back down, joining everybody, why not? And finishing blow, question mark? Alrighty, we got it.
That was the last of them. Inside, all of you, more may follow. Open the gate!
Nice, nice. Okay, we are gonna loot this area. And we'll probably conclude this stream after I finish looting this area. That was fun. I think the build is working. I think we're still doing pretty okay. Like, everybody barely took any hit at all, and Astarion is able to actually, you know, do some damage while providing support. So I think it's working. If anything's missing, I feel like we could try to get some more spells or other features to help us defend ourselves a bit more, because we are a little bit low on HP right now, and it would be nice if we have some ways of defending ourselves.
There are children here, you fool!
We was running for our lives.
You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
I feel like Astarion wouldn't even want to talk to these guys, like, in character. He would just be like, oh, well, not my problem, and walk away. But anyways, let's have fun choosing our class-specific options. Oh, wow. What's unbelievable is how we beat the goblins. You're both heroes. That's pretty wholesome. We're gonna try to go for it. Not a problem. We got it.
And who the hell are you again? Show some respect. This man saved your pathetic life.
Well, I didn't ask for any goddamn help.
Wow, so mean.
You were begging me to open the gate. Anything to save yourself, you coward!
The human's eye twitches. He's about to blow.
Okay, I could try to persuade them, but I feel like Astarion would definitely take a punch at the human. But okay, we're gonna, in general, this stream, I will try to make Astarion play as a neutral, good kind of character. So we're gonna try to be friendly. Oh wow, that did not help. Okay, why not? We have inspiration. Much better.
You're right. There's too much at stake.
Worried about your precious hides, the both of you.
Enough! Squabbling is pointless.
Gale approves. Aw.
Goblins have found us.
At least we agree on that.
Okay, now that we're in the grove, we are gonna end this stream here. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see